Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, I'll show you how to design this homepage over here using HTML, CSS, JavaScript and GSAP. So here we can see this is a minimalist website, and if we scroll down, we have this scroll triggered animation. So when we scroll down, each of these words inside this sentence is revealed. So we're going to add this effect using GSAP. So let's get started. Alright, so here I have created this folder called scroll reveal and I just opened it with VS Code. Now let's create the necessary files. So let's create a new file called index.html. Let's create one more file called style.css, and let's create one more file for the JavaScript. Let's call it main.js. Let's start with the index.html file. So here we can just type exclamation and press tab, and we'll have this basic HTML5 code. Now here let's link our CSS file, and let's also link the JavaScript file. So I'll just link the JavaScript file over here in the head section. So let's type script:/src and let's type main.js. Now since we are adding this script tag inside the head, we need to also add differ over here so that it indicates the browser to load the script after the document has been parsed. So let's go ahead and start with the markup. The first thing we will do is we'll create this hero section. So let's create a section with a class of hero, and let's create an h1. Let's give it a class of hero title, and let's type live blogger over here. And let's create a paragraph with the class of hero sub. Let's paste this text over here, and let's also add this scroll indicator over here. So I'll just type span. Let's give it a class of scroll q, and let's type scroll over here. Let's also copy this icon and I'll just paste it right here. So that's it with the hero section. I'll just open this in the browser and let's see how it looks. So I have this extension called live server installed in VS Code. So once you have this installed, you can just right click in the HTML file and click on open with live server. And here we can see that our content is displayed in the browser. Now the next thing we need to do is create the next section, which is this section right here. So let's create another section with a class of reveal section. And let's create a paragraph with the class of reveal text. And let's also give it an ID of reveal text. And let's copy and paste this text over here. And then in the end, we need to have the footer. So let's create a footer tag. Let's give it a class of footer. And let's create a span and let's type live blogger on the left side. And on the right side, let's add the year. So I'll just copy this and paste it over here. So with that, we are done with the HTML. So here we can see this is how it looks. Now let's go ahead and start with the CSS. So we have already linked the CSS file over here. So let's go to the style.css file. First of all, let's target everything, and let's go ahead and set the margin to 0, the padding to 0, and let's also set the box sizing to border box. Right now, let's go ahead and target the root, and let's create a variable called dim, and let's set the color to RGBA 255, 255, 255 and 0.1 for the opacity. So this is the start color for the word. So this color right here. So this is the starting color. Right now let's go ahead and target the body, and let's set the background color to 080808. And let's set the color of all the text to white, and this is how it looks. Right now let's create the hero section. So let's target the hero. Let's type height of 100 viewport height, display of flex, flex direction to column, and align items to the center, justify content to the center, and text align to the center as well. Let's also set a padding. Let's set it to 0.32 pixels. So this is how it looks. Now let's target the hero title. So let's type hero title. So this is the class that we had given it. And for the hero title, we need to add a font, which is this font right here. So this is the font called Frances, and we have another font called Space Grotesque. So let's get these two fonts from Google Fonts. Alright, so here I'm in fonts.google.com, and let's go ahead and search for Frances. and let's click on get font, and let's go back, and let's also select another font called Space Grotesque. Let's click on get font over here as well. So we have these two fonts. Alright, now let's go ahead and click on get embed code, and let's copy this code from here, and let's add it to the HTML head section. Alright, now let's go back to the style.css file, and here for the hero title, let's type font family. Let's set it to Frances and serif. So here we can see that the font has been added, and let's set the font size to clamp. This is responsive font size, so let's set it to 44 pixels, 9 viewport width, and 120 pixels. And let's set the font weight. Let's set it to 400. Let's type letter spacing. Let's set it to negative 0.03 em. Right now let's go ahead and target the hero sub. So we have this class of hero sub over here. So let's go ahead and type hero sub. Let's set the font family to Space Grotesque and sans serif. And let's set the font size to 16 pixels. Let's set the font weight to 400, line height to 1.6. Let's set the color to RGBA, 255, 255, 255, and 0.4. And let's also set a max width. Let's set it to 420 pixels. And let's add a margin top of 28 pixels. Let's reduce the margin top a little bit. Let's try 18 pixels. And I think that looks alright. Now let's bring this scroll queue to the bottom. So let's type scroll queue. Let's type font family, Space Grotesque, sans serif, and the font size. I think we can add font family, Space Grotesque to the body, and it will add it to the whole website. So we can remove these from here. Alright, let's set the font size to 0.625 em. And let's type text transform, uppercase. Now let's also bring this to the bottom. So let's type position, absolute. And this should be positioned relative to this hero section. So here for the hero section, let's type position relative. And here, let's also set the positions. So let's type bottom of 40 pixels, left of 50%, and transform, translate x of negative 50% to bring it to the exact center. So this is how it looks. Let's also set the color. So let's type color, and let's set the color to RGBA, 255, 255, 255, 0.25. So there we have the scroll queue. Let's also add some letter spacing. Let's type letter spacing of 0.22 em. Alright, now let's style the next section, which is the reveal section. So for that we have this class of reveal section. Let's target that. I'll just type reveal section over here, and let's set the min height to 100 viewport height, and let's set the display to flex, align items to the center, justify content to the center, and padding of 0.32 pixels. So this is the second section. Now let's target the reveal text. So in that we have this paragraph with the class of reveal text. So let's type reveal text, and let's set the max width to 720 pixels. Let's set the font family to Frances and serif, and let's set the font size to clamp, 32 pixels, 5 viewport width, and 52 pixels. Let's also set the line height. Let's set it to 1.3, and letter spacing, let's set it to negative 0.02 em. And this is how it looks. Let's see what is this thing right here. So we have something over here. Let's go back to our HTML. So this, we have some extra character over here. So let's remove that. So now everything looks all right. Now let's go ahead and create a new selector called word, and let's set the color to var -- dim. So this is a variable that we created for the color. So this one right here. So this will be the color of the text when it is not revealed. That's it with this section in the CSS. Now let's target the footer. So let's tap footer and let's tap border top. Let's set it to 1 pixel solid RGBA 255 255 255 0.08. Let's set the padding to 32 pixels and let's set the display to flex. Align items to the center. Justify content to space between. So here we can see that the footer is also styled. Now let's target the text inside the footer. So we have these spans in the footer. So let's tap footer span. Let's set the font size to 0.687 rem. Let's set the text transform to uppercase and let's set the font weight to 500. Letter spacing, let's set it to 0.18 m. And let's set the color to RGBA 255 255 255 0.3. So everything is styled correctly. Now the last thing we need to do is implement the reveal effect. So for that, first of all, we need to get the CDN of GSAP. So you can just go to the official website of GSAP, gsap.com, and let's go to docs and let's go to installation. And if you scroll down, we can see these options. Let's select CDN, and we also need to get one plugin from here. So it is called scroll trigger. So let's select this, and if you scroll down, here we can see this is the code that we need to add. So let's copy this. So this is the CDN link. Let's add it to the HTML in the head section. Let's add it right here just before this main.js script. And let's also add a differ. Alright, now let's go to the main.js file, and the first thing we need to do is we need to register the plugin. So let's tap gsap.register plugin and let's tap scroll trigger. Now let's go ahead and target the elements. So let's tap const text element equals document dot get element by id, and let's target the reveal text element. So we have this id of reveal text. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to get the raw text from this element. So let's tap const raw text equals text element dot inner text dot trim. So this will remove any unwanted spaces or anything that we have in our text. And now the next thing we need to do is we need to split this text into words. So let's tap const words equals raw text dot split, and we can simply go ahead and type // s +//. So with this we split the text using space. So with that we have all the words as different items in the array. So I'll just go ahead and console.log this. So let's go back and let's open the console. Let's see whether the words are separated. So here we can see we have words, and in the array we have all these words as different items inside the array. So we have successfully split the sentence into different words. Alright, now let's go back and let's remove the console.log. Now we need to rebuild the HTML with each word as separate spans, and we need to give the class word for each of the span. So for example, this is how it will look. So we'll have a span over here, and in that we will have this word v, and we'll have a class called word over here. So we need to do this for each of these words. So let's automate that using JavaScript. Let's go back and let's tap text element dot inner HTML equals words dot map, and let's call each of the words word, and let's create an arrow function and let's return. So let's use backticks and let's return a span with a class of word, and in the span we will have the actual word. So let's tap $symbol curly braces and let's tap word over here. So here we have created this span for each of the words. Now if you go back, this is how it looks. We can see that we have this comma for each of these items. Now let's go ahead and remove this comma, and let's go ahead and type dot join, and let's join it with space. So let's add a space over here, and if I save this, now if you go back, we can see that everything looks alright. But if you go to the inspector, we can see that each of these words are different spans with the class word. So now we can go ahead and add the reveal effect. So let's do that. Let's go back to our JavaScript and let's create a new const and let's call it word spans, and let's add all these spans inside this const. So let's type text element dot query selector all, and let's type dot word. So this will add all these spans with the class of word into this word spans const. Alright, now let's go ahead and type GSAP dot to, and let's target the word spans, and let's create an object for the properties of the animation. So let's type color. Let's set it to RGBA, 255, 255, 255, and 1 for the opacity. So this will have the pure white color. And let's set the easing to none. So now this will be perfectly synced to the scroll speed. And let's also add scroll trigger. And here let's type trigger. And it should be an element. So let's go back to the HTML. And here we can see this is the reveal section. So let's use the scroll trigger on this section. So let's use this class reveal section. So let's type dot reveal section, and then we have the start position. So when should the animation start? So for that, let's type top 40%. So when the top of this section reaches 40% of the viewport, the animation should start. And now let's add the end position. So let's type end bottom, let's set it to 90%, and let's type scrub 1.5. So this will have smooth scroll sync. And now if you go back and if I scroll down, we can see that the animation is working, but it is not working for each of the words separately. So for that, let's go back, and here we need to add stagger, and let's add a value. Let's type 0.1, and now we can see that we have this effect where we have each of the words displayed one after the other. Now we can see that at a time we have 3 or 4 words displayed. So let's fix that, and let's just display one word at a time. So for that, we need to add the duration, and we need to set it to the same as stagger. So now if you go back, we can see that each word is animated independently based on the scroll. So everything is working all right. So that's basically how you can create this text reveal animation using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and GSAP. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.